Welcome and thank you for joining me today. My presentation is titled Building Safe Communities, a Student-Led Violence Prevention Unit. This initiative combines the principles of civic engagement, public health, and interactive learning to empower students to take an active role in creating safer, more connected communities. The heart of this unit is the belief that students are not just learners, they are leaders. They can be catalysts for change when they are given the right tools, the right platform, and the confidence to use their voices. In this session, I'll walk you through the purpose of the project, the specific learning objectives, how the program works, and the anticipated impact on both students and the broader community. I'm Kamiko Williams. So, the purpose of this project is twofold. First, it seeks to address a pressing need: youth violence prevention through education that is relevant, interactive, and grounded in real life application. Youth violence continues to be a significant public health issue, impacting not only individual safety, but school climate, mental health, and long term community stability. Second, it aims to shift the learning process from teacher driven to student led. By giving students ownership over both the learning and the solutions, we foster intrinsic motivation and a long term behavioral change. This is accomplished through wellness focused teaching strategies, interactive group activities, and game based tools like Kahoot that make learning engaging while reinforcing important concepts. This project is designed primarily for high school students and college freshmen, particularly in civic education or health classes. Students who are also just generally interested in violence prevention efforts or who may have lost someone, this would also be a good class for them. We use Kahoot as the primary engagement platform, allowing students to learn through quiz-based games, polls, and challenges. This keeps participation high and encourages friendly competition while also helping students retain key information. For example, in a conflict resolution Kahoot quiz, students may be presented with multiple choice responses to a peer confrontation scenario. The fastest correct answer scores more points, but students also discuss why certain approaches work better than others. This combination of competition and collaboration enforces both the knowledge and the skills needed to resolve conflict effectively. This project is also community integrated. Local partners such as nonprofit organizations and law enforcement liaisons are involved in guest lectures and provide authentic resources students can access beyond the class. The overarching objectives of this unit are to equip students with conflict resolution and de escalation skills, which includes verbal and nonverbal techniques, empathy building exercises, and understanding the role of emotions in conflict. It increases awareness of community resources. Students learn about hotlines, crisis centers, mental health services, and youth advocacy programs. It fosters leadership through student led projects. Every participant designs a small scale violence prevention initiative, from a social media campaign to a peer mentoring program, and it will strengthen civic engagement and responsibility. Students see themselves as active participants in the health and safety of their communities, not passive observers. These objectives align with both the Texas Essential Knowledge and Skills Standards and National Public Health Prevention Framework. How objectives were met. We achieve these objectives by blending engaging instruction with practical application. Kahoot quizzes and challenges were used at the end of each session to enforce key concepts in a fun, competitive format. Case studies and real life examples provided context, making abstract concepts more tangible. Role play activities allow students to practice potential conflict scenarios in a safe environment, and collaborative group work encouraged peer learning and diverse perspectives. For example, during a peer conflict activities, student role played different approaches, such as seeking mediation, walking away, or escalating the argument, and then discuss the likely outcomes. This reflection helped them to internalize effective strategies. Students can join the unit Kahoot session through the game pen, either in the classroom or via remote access. Kahoot can be used on phones, tablets, computers, which makes it accessible to students no matter their device availability. Excuse me. And games are organized into thematic sessions, and students can replay quizzes after the class to review the material and also improve their scores. This creates an ongoing cycle of reinforcement. This project has four major components. First is the introductory lesson, foundational content on conflict resolution, civic responsibility, community resources introduced before each Kahoot session. Kahoot scenarios, interactive game based learning sessions, simulating real world situations such as peer disputes, bullying, or online harassment. Student and led initiatives. Each student or group develops a violence prevention project, such as hosting a school safety awareness week or creating an educational video. And evaluation and feedback. Continuous assessment through Kahoot quizzes, peer evaluation, and instructor feedback. This structure moves students from knowledge acquisition to skill practice to community impact. Professional application. While this unit is designed for students, this framework has a broader professional application. Educators can adopt this model to other topics where student engagement is crucial. Community leaders can use game based learning to spark conversations on difficult issues. Public health organizations can integrate the model into outreach programs to build stronger youth connections. And because Kahoot is so flexible, it can be used in town hall meetings, community workshops, and even virtual forums that engage students of all ages. Outcomes and impacts. The anticipated outcomes of this program includes improved knowledge of violence prevention strategies, greater confidence in handling conflict situations, stronger civic engagement, with students participating in community-based safety efforts, better school climate as students-led projects influence the culture and norms, and these outcomes not only benefit the students directly, but have involved also ripple out into the wider school and neighborhood communities. So it results in a long-term community culture shift towards nonviolence. Future opportunities. Looking ahead, we can expand this program by creating more Kahoot scenarios that address additional safety topics like cyberbullying and online safety, partnering with community organizations for joint learning events, incorporating a mentorship model where students leaders guide younger participants, offering the content in multiple languages, and these expansion would deepen the program's impact and allow it to serve a broader range of learners. Also, because it is mobile first, it is diverse among people. Everybody has access to it. In closing, building safe communities is more than just a curriculum. It's an opportunity to empower youth to lead change. By combining game based learning, real world scenarios, and student led action, we're building the skills and confidence students need to create lasting safety and respect in their communities. I invite educators, community partners, and stakeholders to consider how they can bring this program into their own context and work alongside students to make our community safer, stronger, and more united. You can contact me here at KW Consulting. And this program draws from the work of Castle, Knowles, the Office of Civic Engagement for the City of Houston, and also Cognitive Justice. Prinsky and Selby, and among others. These resources provided theoretical and practical foundation for creating a program that blends best practices in education, youth leadership, and community safety.